Hello, everybody, and welcome to Memphis, Tennessee, home of the 9th largest pyramid in the world, and for tonight, home to SFLm action between the Madison Lynx and the Memphis River Runners. I'm Jack Brown, and alongside me here tonight is Aaron Alexander. Aaron, these two teams are both at 1-1, and they got something to prove here as they're looking to assert position in the SFLm Scramble.
Absolutely, both of these teams coming off of some pretty tough losses to the surprising powerhouse of the San Jose Flight. Memphis, of course, coming off a bye week, so they've had a little bit more time to prepare for this Madison team. So we're going to see who's able to bounce back from that loss better this week.
Yeah, but also Memphis, they still are holding high that 41-3 win over Tacoma back in week 1. Meanwhile, Madison, of course, they're coming out with something interesting on their end, too. Their offensive coordinator, Jake McClear, just this past weekend, signed on to be the offensive coordinator for the Charleston Predators for Season 17, showing that these minor league coaches can move up and make their impact in the main league.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what Jacob brings out there in Charleston.
But we're going to focus here in Memphis, folks. Ball's on the team. Madison's going to be set to receiving the opening half kickoff. And we are underway from the Show Me State. Or from the Volunteer State, as it's taken at about the 8-yard line, past the 20, past the 25, up to the 26-yard line. And that is where Eric Price and the Madison Lynx offense are going to take the field.
Yeah, we're going to look to see potentially a big game out of the third Fennick brother and Trey Fennick out there at halfback.
First down and 10. 2 wide at the top, 1 wide at the bottom with a single man in the backfield. Going to be a deep drop for Eric Price. Eric Price going in for a short throw over the middle on first down. Easy catch. Caught by Jim Copeland Jr. The man may be a junior, but at 6'7", 270, he's certainly ain't little.
Oh no, this man is an absolute giant there on the field, towering over pretty much anybody on Memphis's defense.
2nd and 2, I form, going to be a handoff to Trey Fennick to the outside. Trey Fennick, he's got some room to run, and he's going to be tackled at about the 48-yard line of Madison. Great run by Trey Fennick.
Absolutely, and that's what you want to see early out of Trey Fennick here. Just a nice bounce out to the outside. Get some really good blocks from Jim Copeland there on the outside that just allows him to cut it downfield for a big gain.
So now ball's on the 48. Price going under center, 2 wide, 1 man in the backfield. Another deep drop for Price. Going to throw it on a nice medium distance over to the sideline. He's got a man on the side. He's got to shed 1 tackler. Going to go all the way down to the 9-yard line. What a catch there by Justice Blackwell.
Yeah, an absolute great run after that grab from Justice as well. Makes a man miss, and just the rest of Memphis's defenders just can't catch up to him until he's down inside the 10.
Yeah, they had to send basically a crew of 3 to actually get him down by the sideline. And it's going to bring the Madison offense all the way to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Lynx. Handoff right in the middle to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick, he finds a hole on the outside, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Madison Lynx.
What a quick drive here for Madison. 4 plays, driving all the way like 70 yards downfield. That's what you want to see from Madison after suffering that absolutely heartbreaking loss to San Jose last week.
And that play also just the perfect synergy between Trey Fennick and his offensive line. You know, you oftentimes see where like a run may be more on one person or more on the other, but there, it was both contributing 50-50 to a run like that.
Yeah, that offensive line deserves some huge credit for getting Trey Fennick into the end zone there.
Now Joseph Bungardner out to attempt the extra point. Kick is away, and it is good. 7-0 in favor of Madison. And now the River Runners, they got to respond.
Absolutely. They're going to look to rely on the veteran OJ Bruin to mount a quick response to that Madison TD.
Yeah, they got veterans at their two core offensive positions. OJ Bruin and GP Wells as the kick is away. Fielded at about the 7 or 8 yard line, taking it past the 20, up around to the 30 yard line. That's where we're going to mark them down right at the 30. 1st and 10 for the River Runners.
Yeah, and this is where Memphis is going to show whether they came to play or if they're going to just sit back and let Madison roll over them.
Now OJ Bruin comes out. So far has 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions through his first 2 games of the season. 2 wide of the top with 2 in the backfield for OJ Bruin. Handoff right up the middle to GP Wells, and GP Wells just went straight through the defensive line. Really, I don't think he even saw or touched anybody.
Yeah, that offensive line for Memphis just opened up a massive hole into the second level. Unfortunately, GP wasn't able to get any further than that, but a good run still from the halfback.
Heavy set in the backfield. Expect a run. That's what they're going to do. Hand off to GP Wells, the outside. GP Wells picks up a handful of blocks, sheds a tackler, and he's going to get across the 50-yard line down to the 48. Now on Madison's side of the field, and Memphis showing, hey, you got your halfback? Well, we got ours too.
Yeah, GP Wells said, okay, I see you, Trey Fennec. Let me do you one better. Absolutely brilliant running and some great blocks as well from that Memphis offensive line.
1st and 10 could be a nice little short throw. Gain of 6. OJ Bruin getting the throw off quick. Catch made by Mike Churchill.
Yeah, Mike Churchill, the big 6'4", 216-pound receiver, getting his first catch of the game there. Good 4-yard pickup for them.
2nd down and 6. Gonna be another handoff to GP Wells right up the middle, and GP Wells just destroyed a linebacker who dared to even put a hand on him, and gets it down to the 34-yard line with a 10-yard run.
Yeah, and I like this look from Memphis, giving the ball early and often to GP Wells here. He's kind of showing himself to be pretty unstoppable for this Madison defense early on here. Already at 33 yards, averaging 11 a carry.
2 wide to the bottom, none wide to the top. Gonna be a short drop. Throws over to GP Wells this time. GP Wells has got some room to the side. Gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, GP Wells showing there that he's not just a runner. He can catch the ball too. Big pickup there, and Memphis continues to drive down the field deep into Madison territory.
2nd and 2, similar formation to the previous play. Gonna be a nice little draw to GP Wells this time, and GP Wells gains nothing. You know, draw plays don't really work if the defense has been prepared for runs.
Yeah, Stephen Black was just absolutely ready for GP Wells to get that ball. Good stop there from the outside linebacker.
3rd and 2. And it's going to be another handoff to GP Wells, this time to the outside. GP Wells has the blocks, has everything he needed and more. Gets to the 19-yard line. And this River Runners offense, they're also on fire already in the red zone.
Absolutely, and I think one of the biggest credits so far to this drive for Memphis has been that offensive line led by the guard Alden Bleeker. Absolutely proving themselves this game and this drive so far.
Empty backfield for Memphis. Throw over the middle, and that one was a lofty throw. Very risky throw for OJ Bruin. Caesar Ackerman was the intended target.
Yeah, and that's not a throw you will typically see OJ Bruin make. I don't know if there was just a bit of pressure coming through that may have gotten to him. Was just trying to, after so many handoffs, just trying to get his throwing arms back underneath him. We'll see how he bounces back after that pass.
2nd and 10. Gonna be a little pitch to GP Wells this time, and GP Wells gonna lose 4. You know, oftentimes you'll see teams try out these little pitch plays in SFLm. Sometimes they do work, but sometimes they end up like that.
Yeah, Mike Olson said, "Oh, you're gonna pitch the ball? How about no?" Just absolutely dashed through to hit that big TFL onto GP Wells.
It's going to be moving around the pocket for OJ Bruin, and OJ Bruin threads the needle between not 1, not 2, but 3 Madison Lynx defenders. But much to the chagrin of his receiver, it wasn't enough for a first down.
Yeah, I think it's even more impressive, too. Not only did he thread that through different defenders, he also had some pressure from Madison's defensive line in his face and still managed to get that throw. Unfortunately, just not enough to get that first down, and they'll have to settle for 3 here.
Reception was made by Kent Harris. But now, the kick is up from Nate Collier, and it is through. Memphis gets themselves up on the board as well. Not in the way they may have hoped for, though. 7-3 now is your score with 5:16 remaining in the first.
Yeah, this start of this first quarter has proven this game is going to be absolutely electric. Fireworks have already started going off. I'm excited to see where the rest of this game goes.
Kick is away from the River Runners. Fielded at the 9, taking it past the 20, and it's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Last time Madison was out, it was pretty much an instantaneous touchdown. We're going to have to see what they can do this time.
Yeah, it only took them 4 plays to reach pay dirt last time. We'll see if they can keep up the high pace here, or if they're going to switch to a more laid-back, more consistent style.
Well, they're coming out of the shotgun split back, not typically a formation that you see conservative play calling from. Low snap, throws over to the sideline, going to be caught in bounds, taking up the field for a gain of 5. Nice job just to get the ball off to Trey Fennick, and good decision-making by Eric Price.
Yeah, that was a really good pass there. The pass to Trey Fennick in the flat just didn't seem like there were any good looks for him downfield. Manages to get 5 out of that, does Fennick.
Second and 5, handoff to the outside to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick, he picks up a block. He's got one man to beat, not gonna beat him. All the way down to the 45-yard line. Trey Fennick, this man through just 2 drives, is already making himself look like a player of the game candidate.
Absolutely, and I think Memphis's defense was just caught unaware on that draw play. Absolutely no one near Trey Fennick throughout, until the end of that run. Big stop there by Oliver Grant, the cornerback, to prevent that from going for 6.
1st and 10 once more. Going to be a throw from Eric Price. Goes to the sideline. That one's going to be caught in bounds. A little spin on top of it. Justice Blackwell is the same route that got him down to the 9 on the last drive. This time it gets him to the 31. Still a first down.
Yeah, Blackwell's starting to show himself as a pretty reliable target here for Eric Price. A couple big pickups so far early in this game. Definitely could see him be Eric Price's number 1 this game.
High formation is the call from Madison. Handoff to the outside to Trey Fennick, and this time the River Runners' defense, they figured it out. They knew what they were going to pull and just take them down.
Yeah, Michael Gibson just saw where that hole was going to be and just shot through it. Big loss there on first down for Madison.
Yeah, Miles Gibson, great tackle, handoff to GP Wells right up the middle. GP Wells this time, he makes up for the lost yardage and makes it a 3rd down and 9. There you can see the little comparison between the two already. And these two halfbacks, you know, we suspected prior to the game this thing would be a gun show, and really, I think it's lived up to it so far.
Absolutely. Both of these halfbacks almost trying to show each other up early on here in the first.
Well, this time, Madison's going to rely on the aerial attack. Nice little all slants play right over the middle, and that is what the all slants is designed for. A simple play exploits a little gap in the short zone, gets a 1st down.
Damn, that was the backup receiver there, Hugh McClenny, on that grab. The defense just not prepared for the all slants. And Madison picks up a big 1st down, now in the red zone.
1st and 10, 3 wide at the top, 1 wide at the bottom. We hand off to Trey Fennick right up the middle. Gain of 2 on the play. The River Runners defense, at least the front 7 now, they've started to key in on Trey Fennick during these run plays, and it's worked for them.
Yeah, and the leader in that push has been the inside linebacker, Miles Gibson. That's his 3rd tackle on Trey Fennick for short yardage here in this game. Or in this drive, excuse me.
Short drop from Price, and it's going to be a little flat route. Gain of 3 on the play, keeps the offense on schedule, makes it a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's the week 2 fullback, Paul Rambo, making himself known in this game. Good pickup there by the fullback.
Look, he makes himself known just with that name alone, Paul Rambo. I can't think of a more fullback sounding name if I could even try. Empty backfield look again for the Lynx. Give me another all slants play. Gonna go deep for the end zone. That one's gonna work. Touchdown, Madison Lynx. That is Access Denabola on the reception.
Yeah, his first catch of this game, and it hits pay dirt. Beautiful ball there from Eric Price, and some good awareness by Essex Denabola to make that ball cross the plane for 6.
Just perfect placement too from Eric Price. Threw it right over the top of the defender. Usually on those sorts of plays, you're trying to get underneath the defense, but there he goes over the top, results in 6.
He trusted the height of Essex Denabola there to get that ball over the defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's a rather tall lad too, 6'4", 215. Kick is away, and it is through. Make that 14-3 in favor of the Lynx. And now the River Runners. They see Madison scored on 2 drives. They got to see if they themselves can score on 2 as well.
Yeah, they definitely want to get more than 3 on this drive if they can help it, just to try and keep this game close going into the second quarter.
Kick is away, and it's going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line. Taking it past the 20. Trying to run it to the outside. Oh, cuts back in. Gets a little spin move going. Gets up to the 33-yard line. That was an impressive little kick return, I got to say.
Yeah, that's Tony Pagalia with a... I'm sorry, that's not Tony Pagalia. That's Kent Harris, excuse me, with a nice return to put Memphis in some pretty decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10. Got a few more plays going here in this first quarter. Handoff to GP Wells right up the middle. And GP Wells ground the Madison Lynx defense to dust for 3 yards.
Yeah, some strong running there from GP Wells to start this drive. Madison, though, seems to have Memphis as a number offensively so far this game. We'll see if Memphis can find some kind of breakthrough here.
2nd and 7, heavy set behind OJ Bruin. OJ Bruin, short drop, throws over the middle. That one's going to be caught first down up to the 46.
Yeah, that's Mike Churchill on that grab of his first reception of the game as well, I believe. Gets a big first down here for Memphis, excuse me, to start driving further down the field.
First and 10. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Hand off to GP Wells, and GP Wells waltzes his way through the defense. Gains about, I would say, 15 yards. Get them down to the 41. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Memphis, Tennessee. The Madison Lynx up 14-3 in what's already showing to be an offensive gun show here in the SFL minor leagues. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Once again, glad to have you all with us. I'm Jack Brown alongside Aaron Alexander. 1st and 10 for the River Runners. Ball on the 41-yard line. Stand up and throw from OJ Bruin on the flats. He's got his man. I think it's GP Wells going to get another first down.
Yeah, and Madison's defense was not prepared for that dump off to Wells there. The closest defender at least 10 yards back. Good awareness there from OJ Bruin to get that ball off.
Yeah, I mean, like, he may have been thrown like way behind the line, but you saw there was nothing around GP Wells until he got that first contact past the first down marker. Smart move by the River Runner. 1st and 10 once more. 3 wide to the top, 1 wide to the bottom. GP Wells is in the backfield. They're going to pitch it out to him. GP Wells got nowhere to go. Going to lose 4 on the play. Again, another one you don't want to see. J-Rock, the corner, knew what he saw coming and just a bit on the play.
Yeah, J-Rock there looked to be in potentially like a QB spy kind of play there. Saw the pitch to GP Wells and said, "No, you're not going anywhere this time."
Second down and 14. Deep drop from OJ Bruin. OJ Bruin throws it right over the middle. Going to find his man. Gain of 9 on the play. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and that's going to be the tight end, Caesar Ackerman. Actually the shortest of the receiving core here for Memphis, but picking up a nice 5 yards to give Memphis a manageable 3rd down here.
3rd and 5. Short drop from OJ Bruin. Throws on the flats to GP Wells, and GP Wells just going to get blown up. Loses a yard or 2. It's going to be on Madison's 26. This is easy. Field goal range.
Yeah, and Leon Thunderman says, "Oh, no, not today, GP Wells. You're not breaking to the outside on this pass." Big stop there for Madison's defense, holding Memphis to 3 points again.
This should be about, I would say, a 43-yarder. If my math is correct. Snaps low. Could have been blocked, and the kick is away. It is through for 3 from 43 yards out. My math was correct. And the River Runners continue to make it a 1-score game. It's 14-6.
Yeah, some nice quick maths there from you, Jack, and a great stop by Madison again to keep Memphis to only 6 on just their 2nd drive of the game.
Now we gotta see how this kickoff turns out. Kick is away from the River Runners, fielded at the 10-yard line, taking it past the 20, past the 25, and then, got laid out at about the 27-yard line, and that one's gonna really hurt McClenny for the next few days.
Yeah, and that was a big shot there by the backup tight end, Sean Brule, just absolutely cutting for the return man's legs there.
Maybe wants to move up the depth chart. Maybe he could consider a move over to defensive end with the hits like that. 1st and 10. Ball's on Madison's 27-yard line. Handoff to Fennec right up the middle, and Fennec, he picks up a block, and he's got green grass in front of him. He's got 2 men to beat, and are they going to beat him? Yes, they will, but barely down to the 3.
Yeah, and chalk up credit on that run to the fullback Paul Rambo getting that one key block in the 2nd level and allowing Trey Fennec to just turn on the jets and get all the way down to the 3-yard line. Absolutely huge play for Madison. A little luckier, and that was going for 6 too.
1st and goal. Ball's on the 3-yard line now, and it's going to be 2 wide and 1 in the backfield for the Madison Lynx. Hand off to Trey Fennick, grabs the middle, and Trey Fennick just got annihilated at the line. Nothing that he could do against Miles Gibson, who seems to be the kryptonite to Trey Fennick.
Yeah, but his kryptonite powers haven't been working all that great on some of these plays, but a big stop there to force Memphis into second down. I'm sorry, to force Madison into second down.
Short drop, throws over to Trey Fennick. He's got some room. Did he get in? No! He was right up to the line, but the hero of the Memphis River Runners defense, Laquan Smith and Danny Sakalaridis, were just barely able to keep him out.
Yeah, and admittedly, I wouldn't be surprised if Madison had thrown the challenge flag there, but they're just going to try to do it on their own.
Yeah, I mean, they have both a halfback and a fullback they use to punch it, and that's what they're going to try and do. Trey Fennick in for his second touchdown today, and Madison, it's 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
That was actually the backup halfback, Zane Beard there. The backup getting the call on third and literally nothing to punch that ball in. Great blocks from Madison's offensive line to get that in for another Madison touchdown.
Yeah, so Madison, they have supercharged their offense, and now they're coming out. And, I mean, just look at them. They've been on fire.
Yeah, Madison, I think after that loss to San Jose last week, just has had an absolute fire lit underneath them. They have come out swinging fast and early in this game against Memphis, and Memphis just can't keep up.
Is away from Madison, taking it at the 10, past the 20, up past the 25, a nice little spin move going up to the 31-yard line. And well, if you're new to the SFL, you may be wondering, what is this? Well, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulation, as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Handoff right up the middle to GP Wells, and GP Wells gets the breakaway burst across midfield down to the 46-yard line. Both of these halfbacks, they must have something going on in their legs today to get bursts like that.
Yeah, both Trey Fennick and GP Wells seem to have engines in their legs today. Both of them have just been absolutely ridiculous with some of these runs.
They saw little turbo charges on their engine legs, you know. First and 10, heavy set, gonna be actually a throw out of it over to GP Wells, and GP Wells gains 2 on the play, down to Madison's 44, and Memphis, they're hoping that their response to Madison's 3 touchdowns isn't 3 field goals.
Yeah, that would be definitely heartbreaking if you're a fan of Memphis here.
Hand off to GP Wells, right up the middle, and GP Wells has to basically go to Madison's safeties before he even thought about getting touched, making it 3rd and 1. I mean, really, you got to say more about Madison's secondary to keep that from being a first down.
Yeah, but you also got to give credit to Memphis's offensive line for getting the blocks to even get GP into that territory.
Third and 1, GP Wells takes a handoff to the outside. He's going to get the first down. A few yards on top of it, too, as a little extra treat. Down to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the River Runners.
Yeah, and that was a big stop there by the strong safety, Adrian Blaine, to prevent that run from getting any further. GP Wells, if he can get into open space, has proven he's absolutely deadly.
Short drop from Bruin, and that one's just going to be batted down right to the ground, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that throw from OJ definitely felt a little rushed. He definitely had time to allow the pocket to set up a bit more. I think he just thought that that Churchill may have been able to get away from the week 2 signing in Trey Rock there. Unfortunately, that pass is going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, just did not get enough time to allow Churchill to develop some separation and bring up 2nd and 10. Short drop out of the shotgun from Bruin, goes deep over the middle, and that one's going to be tipped up, nearly intercepted by Blaine. That one was a risky throw if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, and Blaine just starting to make himself a nuisance to OJ Bruin here. That one, in the right circumstances, definitely would have been intercepted. Lucky for Memphis there, that wasn't picked off.
Those are throws that if OJ Bruin wants to play at the next level, he cannot make. We go for another deep one. This time it doesn't work either. And unfortunately, Memphis is going to have to respond to Madison's 3 touchdowns with 3 field goals.
Yeah, and just unfortunate there. Israel Adams, the big, tall 6'5" receiver, just wasn't able to get it high enough to get a handle on that ball. Good defense again there for Madison. And Memphis isn't going to go for 3. They're just going to punt it away.
Yeah, they're going to punt it, hope to pin Madison deep. Saw what happened in the last game between Lexington and Salt Lake, and hope they can get some of their own. But that punt's way off. That punt was way off where it needed to be in order to be in bounds, first off. And they're going to get it, and Madison's going to get it at the 13.
Yeah, that definitely could have gone better for Memphis. They're still going to pin Madison pretty deep in their own territory, but not as deep as I think they would have liked.
Yeah, no, with this, you can still pretty much function business as usual. 1st and 10, ball's on Madison's 13, hand off to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick lit up at the line, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that was one of the big defensive tackles there. That was Morgan Mills on that stop, getting some good penetration in order to get into the backfield and prevent Trey Fennick from getting anything there.
And it's going to be a free play. Throws over to the side. Gain of probably about 4 or 5. However, I think if I was Madison, I would just take the yards as they come.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do here is just accept this penalty, take the 5 yards in the encroachment, and yeah, get the free down, basically.
About 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Deep drop, gonna throw to the sideline. That one's gonna be caught. Had to reach up towards the skies and the heavens above to bring that ball down. What a catch by Laquan. No, not Laquan Smith. That was the man on coverage. Sorry about that little confusion, folks.
Yeah, that was Essex Denabola just absolutely launching to get that ball and bringing it in for a big first down here for Madison.
Yeah, Denabola, he got the second touchdown of this trio of touchdowns for the Lynx. Their only passing one so far today. Going to be a handoff, and Trey Fennick not even going to see the line of scrimmage. Barely going to see any opportunity to run the ball as he loses 2.
Yeah, and that's Morgan Mills again, just proving what an asset she is here on the defensive line. Another big stop on Trey Fennick for her this drive.
2nd and 12, and the Lynx are already coming out of the empty backfield set. And it's a slant play again, gets him the first down.
Yeah, another pass there to Essex Denabola. Definitely doing his father Frank Wade there in the chat. Incredibly proud. That's his third catch here today. And it goes for another Madison first down.
It's exactly what you wanted to see if you're a Lynx fan or if you're a Lynx player. And now they're pretty much at midfield. Hand off to Trey Fennick again, and if anything has been proven by this last drive and a half, the River Runners have keyed in, and if Madison wants to keep up this make the 3-for-3 into 4-for-4, they gotta keep it in the air.
Yeah, Memphis's defense has stepped up pretty big here as far as against the rush. That was Trevor Flemons coming up that time on this stop.
Give me another handoff to Trey Fennick, and it's going to be a gain of 3, making it 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Madison's defense this drive has just absolutely shut down this rushing attack from Trey Fennick and the Madison Lynx as we hit the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, folks. Madison looking to turn 3-for-3 into 4-for-4. The Memphis River Runners not been able to capture the opportunities they've had. It's 21-6. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Third and 9. Gonna throw to the sideline. Caught in bounds. Not enough for the first down. And for the first time today, we're gonna be seeing the Madison Lynx punting unit and Pete Ellis.
Yeah, and I think, admittedly, I think if you're Madison, you almost challenge the spot of that ball. And it actually looks like Madison's going for it here on 4th and 1. A bold move from this Madison offense.
Yeah, by 15, they're going to go for it. Hand off Trey Fennick, and they're going to get it too.
What a gutsy call from Jacob Clear and this Madison offense, and it works out for him. Trey Fennick with a strong run to pick up a big first down to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, they have very clearly chosen violence for this Memphis River Runners defense, showing no mercy as it's 1st and 10. Ball is on Memphis' 37-yard line. Handoff right up the middle to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick's going to gain 3. And Madison going in the hurry up with still 1:15 left and all 3 timeouts. Handoff once again to Trey Fennick, and Trey Fennick's going to lose a couple yards, and finally Madison calls a timeout.
Yeah, I think that was just unfortunate timing on that hurry up. Madison and Eric Price clearly saw something he liked. Memphis' defense, though, able to adjust and pick up a big stop on that 2nd down.
Third down and 9. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield for Madison. Deep drop by Eric Price. Throws it short to compensate, and that was going to set up a 4th down and 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think going short there was necessarily the play for Madison. And I believe they may put this in the hand of Joseph Bungardner to try to get 3 extra points before the half.
That is exactly what they're going to do. Nearly a 50-yard field goal is on the cards. Kick is away from the very long one from Joseph Bumgardner, and he misses it.
Ooh, just wide there from Bumgardner. That's unfortunate, but I think that that kick may have just been a little outside his range from an accuracy standpoint. He definitely had the distance, though.
Definitely. And so Memphis, they have 55 ticks of the clock remaining in this half. A score here would put them right back in the thick of it, and they get the ball to start the 2nd half. Short drop from O.J. Bruin, throws over the middle, and spin as he caught Up to the 47 of Madison, crossing midfield. 1st and 10 once more. Heavy set look for Memphis. Looking around, OJ Bruin throws it short. Caught first down and a lot more yards on top of it. Up to the 34-yard line. First called timeout with 35 seconds in the half.
Yeah, that's going to be Mike Churchill on that grab there, and a very interesting pocket developing there around OJ Bruin. He just had all the time in the world, and realistically, if he wanted to, he had room to run.
Yeah, if he really wanted to, but clearly wanted to give the offense a little bit more time to set up some more plays in the end zone. 34 yards to go to the promised land. 2 wide of the top, 2 in the backfield for the River Runners. Short drop from OJ Bruin means short throw on the flats. This is GP Wells, and what a run to gain yet another first down for the River Runners. And yes, that was GP Wells on the grab.
Yeah, absolutely great route there from GP Wells. And a great job to make one miss. Almost made a second one miss with his mid move, but picks up a big first down just on the edge of the end zone to put give Memphis a really, really good opportunity to score here before the half.
First and 10, 3 wide, 2 in the backfield. Deep drop for OJ Bruin, moving off the pocket. Doesn't have a lot of time. Throws across his body. That's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete.
Yeah, that throw out of bounds definitely better than the alternative of getting sacked there. Unfortunately, as I've come to expect, it's very, very dangerous to try and throw across your body like that.
Second and 10. Offset eye look for the River Runners. We play action. Throws deep over the middle. Tipped up in the air. Nearly picked off. And that throw could have ended horrifically for the River Runners. And, well, safe to say that they're lucky it didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. OJ Bruin at first looked like he had that ball in a good place. Madison's defense just able to read it really, really well to come out with a big pass deflection and almost an interception.
3 wide at the bottom, 1 wide at the top. 3rd down and 10. Memphis throws it short over the middle, and oh, the little sidestep avoids multiple players trucking down to the 1. What a play to keep the drive alive by Israel Adams.
Israel Adams just carried Memphis's hopes of scoring 6 before the end of this half on his shoulders and almost brought it home. Good run after that catch from him, making 4, 5, 6 different defenders miss.
If nothing else, that just showed the raw determination he had. And, if there are a lot of pro scouts out here watching this game tonight, which I'm sure there are, every team's now in their off season. They're going for a field goal. They're going for a field goal with 10 seconds left.
This admittedly, it doesn't make sense to me, especially with only a yard to the end zone, unless it's a fake, because they don't have a timeout left. Nope, they're just gonna kick it.
Yep, they do get the ball back start the second half, though, but I agree. Typically what you would do is that you would at least just take, a throw for the end zone, because then if it's incomplete, clock stops. You don't have to worry about anything. It's all hunky-dory.
Yeah, especially when there's still 10 seconds left on the clock. That's time for at least 1 play, if not 2. So I'm surprised they only accept a 3 there. But they're definitely going to look to try and put together another drive like that in the second half.
Kick is away and it's going to be fielded around the 10 or 15, taking it to the 25, 30. 2 seconds remaining on the clock, and if I was Madison, I'd expect it just to be a simple handoff to Trey Fennick.
Yeah, I mean, you say simple. Some of the last handoffs we've seen that have gone to Trey Fennick have gone absolutely nautical in terms of distance.
Well, let's see what they can come up with. First and 10, simple handoff to Trey Fennick. Trey Fennick picks up a couple blocks. He's not going to get anything more than about 4 or 5 yards. Pads his stats a little bit to bring us to the end of the first half. And just waiting for the ref's whistle. There it is, folks. 21-9 is your score heading into halftime in favor of the Madison Lynx. And, well, Aaron, Madison's gotten 3 touchdowns. And the River Runners, they've gotten 3 field goals.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Admittedly, from like an actual in-game standpoint, these teams have been back and forth, throwing haymaker after haymaker at each other. Madison has just been able to capitalize better on the opportunities. Their defense has been stepping up really big in the end zone, preventing Memphis from breaking the plane.
Yeah, and as we saw in the main stats, like, Madison, they were better, but it wasn't, like, like, it wasn't, like, a huge thing for them. Like, it was notable, but it wasn't exactly anything that I think Memphis can't do in this upcoming half. You know, because if they want to win, they're down by 2 scores. If they score on the first drive and it isn't a field goal like the last however many drives have been, you know, they'll be able to, you know, keep this game competitive, and that's really what all you need to do in the SFLm if you want to have a shot of winning.
Agreed, but if Madison's offense keeps up the pace that they've been keeping, they may break 500 yards of total offense here and just run away with this game. So it's definitely going to be a tale of you know, who adjusts better in the second half, if that's going to be Memphis and they actually score a touchdown on the first drive after kickoff. If Madison's defense steps up big and gets either a big turnover or big 3 and out early on, it's still a toss-up here as far as who's going to win this game, but I definitely think Madison has the advantage so far.
Yeah, this is the story of 2 teams that have been borderline perfect on offense between the 20s, but each team has a rather different way of rather different story of what's happened once they've gotten inside of the 20. That's really the best way to put it.
Yeah, and Memphis has had a couple of opportunities to punch it in for 6, but Madison's defense every time has just stepped up in a big way to only give him 3.
Third quarter is about to get underway. And there's the kick. Taking it to the 10, past the 15, 20, up to the 25, nearly to the 30. They're going to say that he was marked down to the 25. Now O.J. Bruin comes out to lead his team for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and we'll see what adjustments Memphis's offense is going to make here after getting so close to pay dirt quite a few times here so far.
And off to the outside of GP Wells, and GP Wells, gain of 7 on that run alone. And if there was any way to establish what's going to hopefully be for Memphis a touchdown drive, I can't think of a better way to start it.
Yeah, that was a strong opening run there from GP Wells. We'll see if they can keep this drive going here early on in the third quarter.
2nd and 3. High snap, going to be a nice little draw play. GP Wells going to lose a yard, though.
Yeah, Madison's defense also stepping up big here on 2nd down. Excuse me, and we'll see how Memphis reacts here on 3rd and 5.
Deep drop from O.J. Bruin's got a lot of time in the pocket. Throws over to the sideline. That one's going to be caught in bounds. Up to the 44-yard line. Mike Churchill keeping it in bounds and keeping it across the midfield stripe.
Yeah, and that's the adjustment I like seeing out of this Memphis offense. OJ Bruin taking his time, letting the pocket develop around him, giving his receivers time to get open, and throws an absolutely beautiful pass to Mike Churchill there.
3 wide, 2 in the backfield. Offset I look for the River Runners. Hand off to GP Wells. He's got a hole wide open. Could have picked up an additional block or two, but they only needed the 4 yards. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Stephen Black doing a good job there to adjust from coverage and get that stop on GP Wells, only holding him to 4. So big up there from Madison's defense to prevent that from going big.
2nd and 6 now. Hand off to GP Wells. Right up the middle. He spins around a man. Gain of 2 that keeps the offense on schedule.
Yeah, but this is going to be a big 3rd down here again for Memphis. Their conversion on 3rd down hasn't been the greatest so far this game. We'll see if they can improve that a bit.
Coming out in a relatively familiar formation for a situation like this. Short drop and oh, he bobbled it! Oh, Churchill had it, but he just couldn't hold on. Drops it, brings up 4th and 4.
Yeah, that is not a pass that you expect Mike Churchill to drop, running that that out route that here us here in the SFLm are oh so familiar with. Just couldn't keep his hands on it. And, Memphis going to be forced to punt it away here.
Punt is away, hoping to pin the Lynx back deep. Takes a bounce to 10, 5, 4. That's what they're going to say, the 4-yard line, the Madison Lynx, where they're going to set up shop.
I mean, that's good on Memphis's special teams division to hold Madison deep into their own territory. Unfortunately, though, it may not be enough because Madison's offense have just been explosive here in the first half, and we'll see how they do here on their first drive of the second.
1st and 10, balls on the 4, offset I, hand off to Trey Fennick. Fennick gets the outside, gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, unfortunate that some of the linemen couldn't hold their blocks just a little bit longer for Trey Fennick to get just a bit more outside. But good pressure there from Memphis to only hold that to a 3-yard run.
2nd and 7, another handoff up the middle to Trey Fennick. Trey Fennick gonna lose his pair of yard, actually, is what they're gonna say on the play. He currently has 129 yards for a touchdown. And it's gonna bring up 3rd and 8. Madison, they may need to get a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, admittedly, I kind of question Trey's decision to try to bounce that outside. He had a pretty nice hole up the middle that was pushed out by his O-line, so it's interesting that he tried to bounce it out.
Madison's going to be the subject of a 3 and out on their first drive, minimizing the damage from the bobble. And Memphis basically gets the ball right back where they started.
Yeah, Memphis's defense is adjusted pretty big here at the start of this this second half, forcing a big 3 and out for Memphis. This is just the 2nd drive that hasn't resulted in a score for them this game.
A punt was nearly blocked. Is going to be taken up to the 35. 1st and 10 for the River Runners.
Yeah, Memphis basically getting the ball back, like you said, right where they ended the last drive after that. After it ended in that 3 and out, we'll see if Memphis can put something together and actually put some points on the board this drive.
OJ Bruin under center, hands off to GP Wells, the outside. GP Wells picks up a handful of blocks, gets down to the sideline, down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the River Runners, and well, they're in the red zone again, but they gotta get 6.
Absolutely. That was a great job by Memphis's offensive line and their backfield to get GP Wells some big blocks. But you're right. This is their third or fourth trip to the red zone now. They need to turn this into 6.
First and 10, 2 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top. Handoff going to be on the draw play to GP Wells, and he's going to gain 3 on it to the 16-yard line. GP Wells, as the little stat shows, averaging 7.2 yards per carry. If I'm not mistaken, that's about the same as what Trey Fennick's been getting.
Yeah, they've been pretty even in terms of rushing average, but Trey Fennick currently winning the battle in terms of total yardage.
2nd and 7, and OJ Brown's going to go down for a sack. First sack of the ball game tonight on the whole. Loss of 7 on the play, going to bring up 3rd and 14.
Yeah, that was Chance Wall just getting the better of the center for the River Runners. Picks up a big sack here, forces a long 3rd down, and actually forces Memphis outside of the red zone.
3rd and 14. Memphis needs to get it down to around the 8-yard line. Gonna be a play action pass. Got enough time in the pocket, and that was gonna go right off the hands. 4th down in Memphis. They're gonna have to resort to another field goal.
Yeah, and that was the fullback Isaac Holtz was the target of that pass. Unfortunately, I think even if he caught that ball, Memphis wouldn't have picked up a 1st down. They're gonna have to settle for 3 again. This will be the 4th field goal for Nate Collier.
High snap, and it's going to be away. Through for 3, and it's 21-12. For all the Rush fans out there, this must be a wonderful time to be watching this football game.
I will agree with you on that.
But yeah, for Memphis, it's another case of now they've had more scoring drives than the Lynx have this game. However, they've just not been able to get it into the end zone, and they need it now more than ever.
Yeah, but that's more credit on that, I think, to Madison's defense than any demerit to Memphis's offense. Madison's defense has just stepped up absolutely huge in the red zone. And it's resulted in only 12 points as opposed to 28.
So now Madison, while still relatively comfortably in the lead, is in a 1st and 10. Eric Price throws it short towards the sideline. Somehow that was in bounds, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Eric Price has a little over 20 yards more than OJ Bruin in this game. Another example of how they are pretty much comparable. It's just that Madison's just been that little bit better in every aspect of the game.
Yeah, and again, I think it comes down to defense. Madison's defense has just been better overall in the red zone than Memphis's has. And it's the biggest reason, I think, that the scoreline is the way that it is.
After the run up the middle, it's 3rd and 5. Handoff to Trey Fennick. Gains about 3 yards on the play. Third and 5, Madison wanting to get the 1st down and continuing this drive. Short drop from Eric Price, throws short, caught 1st down, turns upfield, gain of about 10 or 9 yards. Catch was made by the tight end, Tim Copeland Jr.
Yeah, the big tight end, after being relatively quiet since his first catch, comes up big here for big Madison 1st down to put them relatively close to midfield here.
First and 10, short drop, throws over the middle, caught. Another one crossing the midfield stripe, over to the 43-yard line. Catch made by SX Denobola.
Yeah, Denobola again, making himself known here. Another big play from Eric Price to his favorite receiver, and it's another big first down here for Madison.
First and 10, Price under center. Hand off to Trey Fennick to the outside, not going to have any blocks on his side. Second and 6. The man's just been a consistent machine, pumping out, 5-yard run after 5-yard run.
Yeah, and that's definitely been a thorn in the side of Memphis. They've been able to adjust to it pretty well as the game has gone on. But at any moment, I wouldn't be surprised if Trey Fennick just explodes.
Eric Price going to throw short. Gains about, I would say that's like 6 yards on the throw to Justice Blackwell, making it 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, pretty big 3rd down here. For Memphis defense, they definitely need to get a stop here. Force Madison rather to punt the ball away, but we'll see what happens. I expect a handoff here to Trey Fennick.
And it's gonna be a free play, no gain, no loss. I think they're just gonna take the yards, take the first down.
Absolutely, that's just unfortunate for Memphis. Just a little too antsy there, and they get caught off sides.
And that's a mistake that in a position like this for your team, you do not want to be making these mistakes.
And you definitely don't expect that mistake to come from one of the staples of your defensive line in Morgan Mills. Just an unfortunate set of circumstances for Memphis, but we'll see how Madison and Memphis react.
Throw short hit well. Looked to be that Paul Rambo put his hands up. It was just a little bit ahead of the ball.
Yeah, I think Eric Price may have misjudged the speed of Paul Rambo there. Just kind of overthrew that ball a little bit. Unlucky, but still a big 2nd down here.
Handoff out of the heavy set to Trey Fennick. Once again, Trey Fennick getting up for 8 yards. 3rd and 2. Breaks through the first line of defense. Gets up to the 2nd before he needs to get tackled.
Yeah, and I think one of the stories of this game so far is just how back and forth this game has been, specifically with the rushing offenses of both Madison and Memphis. We'll see if Memphis can put a stop to Trey Fennick here, though.
3rd down and 2. Short drop. Throwing over the middle. Oh, that's wide open. You can't leave that one going. 1st and goal. Jim Copeland, the big man. He had about an island and a half all to himself.
Yeah, Jim Copeland there, just an eye in a storm of Memphis defenders, just all alone in the middle of the field. Almost turns it in 2-6. Just an unfortunate lack of coverage there from Memphis.
1st and goal, handoff, losing a few yards to Trey Fennick, make it 2nd and goal from the 4.
Yeah, that's going to be number I don't recognize, making that play there.
To be what it, interesting. 2nd and goal. Opens up the playbook a smidge for the Madison Lynx. Throws over the middle, back of the end zone, caught, touchdown.
Eric Price, SX Denobola, 3-yard touchdown. That's all you need to know. Eric Price finding his favorite receiver in the back of the end zone yet again, putting this game further and further out of reach for the Memphis River Runners.
Snaps a little bit low, and that one's nearly blocked. It's barely going to be good, though, even with all the pressure on Bumgardner. 28-12.
I'll be honest with you, Jack. I'm surprised that that extra point didn't get blocked by Memphis. They had, they had two of their own in the backfield before the kick went up. They just stood there.
Kick is away, fielded at around the 10, and Memphis. They're looking at this drive, and about every drive they've needed to get a touchdown, and about every drive where they've needed to get a touchdown, they've gotten a field goal. So given by that logic, since they extra need a touchdown now, they'll probably end up getting a field goal, unfortunately.
Yeah, that has definitely been the tale of the tape for Memphis so far. This drive, though, is definitely going to show whether or not Memphis still potentially has a way to win this game, or if they're just going to continue to roll over to the dominance that has been Madison's offense.
And GP Wells starts the drive with a 5-yard run. Should be about enough time on the clock for another play or two in the third quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to snap the ball here.
That they will. Final play of the third quarter. Throws over to GP Wells. Got a lot of room in front of him. He's going to get the first down up to the 48. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here in Memphis. Tackles made by Adrian Blaine. Don't go anywhere, folks, and get your fours up in chat. It's 28-12. It's been an offensive gun show all night, but Memphis, they need to get the ball in the end zone. Will they do it here? The only way that you can find out is if you stick around. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. First and 10, balls on 48. Handoff to GP Wells once again, gets around the mayhem, gains about 6.
Yeah, that was some good awareness there by GP Wells to bounce that outside, avoid the carnage going on in the trenches, and turns what could have been easily a 2 or 3 yard loss into a gain of 6.
Second down and 4, 2 wide, 2 in the backfield. Handoff to Wells once again on the delayed handoff, and GP Wells rumbles down to the 37-yard line, and the River Runners, once again, their drive's starting off well. They're getting the yards. They're doing what they need to do. It's just a matter of finishing it.
Yeah, and they're only about 37 yards away from pay dirt. We see if they actually strike gold here this time, or if they're going to have to settle for yet another Nate Collier field goal.
Throw short to GP Wells. GP Wells not going to get anything going. 2nd and 10. As the Madison Lynx defense cracks down.
Yeah, Madison's defense definitely stepped up big there, not allowing GP Wells to get anything after that catch.
That was Brandon Huber on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's the heavy set for the River Runner. Handoff to the outside to GP Wells, going to the weak side of the field, and it just might work. Sheds all the tacklers, gets down to the 20. And in the red zone once more is Memphis. They now need to get those last 20 yards.
Yeah, but you have to give a shout out to the defensive end, Dean Lear, coming from the other side of where the play was happening and preventing that run from going for 6. But it does set up Memphis here in the Madison red zone, 20 yards away from pay dirt.
Deep drop from OJ Bruin, throws to the sideline. That one was in bounds. Israel Adams had the feet. He had the ballerina feet to keep it in bounds. 2nd and 5.
Honestly, I'm a bit surprised that Madison's not throwing the challenge flag on that one with how close that was. They're just going to let it stand. The coaching staff out at Madison trusting the defense to get the job done.
Once again, it's another deep drop from OJ Bruin to the back of the end zone. No! Tried to go for Israel Adams. Tried to keep the feet in bounds. Not going to go this time. 3rd and 5.
Oh, and that is absolutely a heartbreaking, if you're a fan of Madison, that doesn't go for 6. Instead, it's going to be a big 3rd down for Madison. I'm sorry, Memphis.
Short drop, looking around now is OJ Bruin, and oh no, that's going to fall to the ground. 4th and 5. And once again, Collier has to come out of the field for his 5th field goal attempt today.
Yeah, Madison's defense has been absolutely smothering Memphis in the red zone. They've come close a few times. A rush getting stopped at the 1, a pass that gets stopped at the 1, a pass caught out of bounds. Memphis just has not been lucky with these drives that get to the red zone.
Kick is away, and it's going to be through once more. 28-15, and you know, again, it feels like Memphis, they have had the offense. It just seems to be that every time they get a drive, it stalls out.
Yeah, but that's just credit to how destructive Madison's defense has been in the red zone. Just every time Memphis has gotten into threatening a touchdown, Madison's defense has just tightened up to the point where Memphis just can't do anything but let the drive stall.
So for Madison, 1st and 10, another opportunity to put some more points up on the board. 8:17 remaining in the ball game, and really, if they keep their pace, they'll be able to win this very easily.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't count out Memphis just yet, but it's definitely not looking good for the Ripper Runners right now.
First throw is another throw to Essex Danabola. Actually, no apologies, folks. That was not Essex Danabola. That was
Justice Blackwell in the catch there.
Yes. Yeah, Justice Blackwell. Gain of 8 on the throw as he was running it out of bounds.
Yeah, but Eric Price managed to spread it pretty evenly so far between Essex and Justice. Both of them sitting just around 70 to 75 yards apiece.
Handoff, and it's going to be a loss of 2 to Trey Fennick. 3rd and 4, and it seems to be also the Lynx are kind of engaging in some pretty hardcore clock control mode.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a smart play, I think, if you're Madison. Just try and eat as much clock as possible. Don't allow Memphis back into this game, and trying to prevent another miracle like what happened against San Jose last week.
Well, right there, it's not going to work out for him. Loss of another yard makes it 4th and 5. However, the Lynx, they have been able to just keep the clock running. This should take it to just under 7 minutes. Kick is away, and that one was nearly blocked. Taken up by the 30, up to the 33. And the Memphis Roadrunners offense, a new lease on life, about the 5th time they've had that tonight. And they're going to need to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. This is the time that is absolutely make or break for Memphis. They need to get into the red zone. They need to turn that red zone opportunity into 6. They're like 0-6 on red zone conversions right now. I feel kind of bad.
It's another deep drop. Throws over to the sideline. Gain of 3 on the play. Catch was made by Churchill.
Yeah, that's that short out route that these defenses just can't seem to quite get a handle on turns into a success this time. Mike Churchill making up for that drop earlier in the game.
Two wide at the top, one wide at the bottom. Hand off to GP Wells, and he's got a ton of room. GP Wells does a little spin to top everything off. First down and a yard or 2 on top of it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a momentum shift there for Memphis. Big number 99, Dean Lear, almost had that stopped in the backfield. But good job by GP Wells to avoid getting hit there and pick up the first down.
End off to GP Wells is the call this time. 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard run. These two defenses, even while I'm sure they got to be tired now, that front 7, they've done a great job at keying in, and really you're not seeing too many big runs. You're seeing about 10 yards is the cap, it seems.
Yeah, it's definitely a completely different game now from what it was earlier in the first half. Both of these defenses have stepped up big, not allowing any really big runs.
Short throw, gain of an additional yard on the throw to GP Wells. Got to get it downfield on this play. It's 3rd down and 7. You're usually not going to get 7 yards off throws like that.
Yeah, this 3rd down, I think, is key to whether or not Memphis can and will mount a comeback. If they don't get this 3rd down, this game's pretty much over, especially if Madison can turn it into points.
Deep drop from O.J. Bruin. They're going to need the first down. Yes! Threaded the needle. O.J. Bruin, what a throw! And on the catching side of things, Churchill. What a way to take advantage of it. Takes it down to the 33-yard line with 5 minutes left.
And that is the conversion that Memphis needed. Beautiful ball, threading the tiniest of needle holes to get that into the hands of Mike Churchill. And Mike Churchill turns it into 20, 30 yards. Big play there for Memphis.
First and 10. 2 on the bottom with GP Wells in the backfield. O.J. Bruin going to hand it off to GP Wells. Wells gains 3 up to the 30. And Memphis, they have to consider that now is hammer time. They need to hurry up. Short drop, throws over the middle. Caught, first down, up to the 20. Still hurry up time is the call. I think that was... number 18 on the reception. Throws over to GP Wells. Down the sideline goes GP Wells. Gain of 8. Down to the 12. That was Israel Adams on the previous reception. 2nd and 2. Ball is on Madison's 12. Short drop from O.J. Bruin. Throws it over to GP Wells. Wells, he needs a block. Wells gets down within the 10 to the 6. Less than 4 minutes to go. The River Runners, they're still trying to keep themselves in this ball game. 2 wide at the bottom. O.J. Bruin sets everything up at the line. Short drop, throws over to GP Wells again. GP Wells gains a single yard or 2. They're going to say 1. And finally, after all of that, we get a break from the action.
Absolutely. Memphis has made it all the way to the red zone again. They're 5 yards away. Is this going to be the drive where Madison's defense finally breaks, or are they going to continue the stranglehold that they have on Memphis in the red zone?
Short drop, throws over, caught, touchdown! The River Runners finally punch it into the end zone for the first time tonight. Corey Mustard, the tight end.
Yeah, and it's the big 274-pounder backup tight end, Corey Mustard, finally putting some mustard on this game for Memphis, putting this within a touchdown. Extra point puts Memphis within 6. Finally, after like 6 or 7 drives of just trying to get into the end zone, it finally happens here with 3.5 left in the fourth.
Snap's a bit low, but the kick is away, and it is through. 22-28 is the score, and I think that we're going to be in for a thrilling finish.
Absolutely, Jack.
And it all starts here. Going for an onside kick is a bit of an interesting call with so much time remaining on the clock. Surprised that Memphis hasn't really trusted their defense despite the fact they've done so well this half. Kick is away. It's a high baller caught by Madison. Easy money to the 44.
Yeah, and I respect Memphis's decision to try the onside kick there. Admittedly, though, I think they would have been better off trusting their defense, trying to pin Madison a bit deeper into their own territory. Instead, they have the ball on Memphis's side of the field.
So now Memphis's defense needs to go and put the lock on this offense. Hand off to Trey Fennick. And if their goal was to put the lock on the offense, that was a miserable failure at it, as Trey Fennick works it to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, that definitely could have gone better for Memphis. They had a man in the backfield to blow up the play before it even started. Unfortunately, Trey Fennick just able to find the space, break it downfield for a 20-yard pickup.
And the bonus for the Lynx, at least, it keeps the clock running. Two men in the backfield. Expect another handoff to Trey Fennick. The Lynx being real generous with the clock here. Handoff to Trey Fennick. Gain of 1 on the play, but it stays in bounds and nothing bad happens, so the clock's going to continue to run.
Yeah, and I think that's what you want if you're a player or fan of the Lynx, is to just see this clock continue to wind down, knowing that the 2-minute warning is coming up.
Second down and 9. Handoff right at the middle, gain of an additional yard, and that's one is going to take us most likely to the 2-minute warning.
Yep, it's going to be a big third down, though, here for Memphis's defense to hold Madison to 3.
And that is the 2-minute warning, folks. Madison up by 6 and looking to tack on an extra 3. Can Memphis's defense hold up on this play the next and give their team that little spark of hope? Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Hand off to the outside for Trey Fennick. Loses form play. Going to make the field goal just a little bit more difficult. Although I can't imagine it would be that much harder. It'd only be about a 40-yarder.
But that's what Memphis needed. There is still a chance that Joseph Bubgardner pushes this out right, which I believe he did earlier in the game on a field goal about 10 yards further back. So we'll see what happens here with 1:58 left in the fourth.
Kick is away, it's up, and it is through. That one almost has to feel like a dagger for the River Runners. They're now down by 9.
Yeah, and you have to think, if Memphis on the previous touchdown goes for 2, this is only a 1-score game. But because they decided to go with the extra point, they need a touchdown and the extra point or a 2-point conversion, and then get the ball back and score again before the end of this game.
Kick is away. Minute 54 is on the clock for Memphis. Time starts now. All right, so need 72 yards to put up the 6 or 7 points needed to bring them within striking distance.
I'll be honest with you, Jack. I don't think Memphis has the time unless they come out swinging and swinging it big.
Well, that's probably what they're thinking too. Let's see what they can do on this drive. Deep drop from OJ Bruin. He's a cannon deep. Got his man over the middle. That one's going down. He is gone. Touchdown, River Runners. And well, Aaron, you said they needed to swing big. You think that one was big?
You can't swing much bigger than a 72-yard touchdown to your tight end. Goodness gracious, folks, we have ourselves a game.
And OJ Bruin just laid the dot to Cesar Ackerman, who must have seen something in the end zone because the big man, 6'1", 224, just was sprinting for the end zone, outrunning the entire Memphis Lynx secondary.
Yeah, he either saw, something he really liked, maybe, like a cheeseburger, a slice of pizza in the end zone. Who knows? Maybe it could have been his mother he saw in the background. Was like, hey, this is for you, Mom, for the day after Mother's Day.
Yep, so a minute 40. Memphis has already drawn it to within a field goal, barring the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So now, once again, the entire game relies on an onside kick. And if I was Memphis, I would take a look at what they did last time and not do that whole lofty kick thing again.
Yeah, I think if you're Memphis, you definitely want this ball on the ground. Give your hands team a time to get there and recover this. If Madison gets this ball in good field position, they can just run the clock out.
Again, who picks it up? It's Memphis! Memphis picks it up!
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. That is unfortunate for Madison. Their hands team just couldn't get their hands on it. And Memphis is going to pick up the second offside kick attempt. They've got a minute and a half to get down the field, and they only need 3.
And as a little added bonus, but wait, there's more. They have 2 timeouts to work with. There really is not that much pressure for the River Runners on this drive. So it's 3 wide, 1 in the backfield for OJ Bruin to start what could be a game winner. Deep drop once again for OJ Bruin. There's going to be a flag on the play, and this one's probably going to go back for a few yards more. The play was a sack, but I think, let's see what the call is. Offensive holding, of course. See if the penalty's accepted or not. And no, it's a defensive holding. Oh my.
That's going to nullify the sack. Leon Thunderman getting called there on the defensive hold. A rare mistake you see from one of the leaders of this Madison offense. And that's going to set up Memphis with a 1st and 5, I believe.
No, yeah, or actually it's going to make it a 1st and 10 because it's automatic first down. It's going to move them up to the 50. OJ Bruin now working with an empty backfield. Minute 32. Still keeps his 2 timeouts on top of it. Pump fakes, throws over the middle. Oh, that was a risky throw, but he still has a few plays to work with. Minute 28 remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, big up there to Leon Thunderman, though, not letting that penalty phase him. Gets some good coverage there to force OJ Bruin to throw that ball off his shoulder pads.
Second and 10. 3 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top of your screen. Low snap, looking around, throws to the sideline. Caught. Is it inbounds? Yes, it is. Gain of 4. Makes it a 3rd and 6. Ball's on Madison's 45-yard line. They need the 1st down.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down for Memphis. Realistically, If Memphis doesn't convert here, they have to go for it on fourth. Otherwise, this game is fully in the hands of Madison.
Nice snap for OJ Bruin. Lost one deep. That one's going to be tipped away. 4th and 6. The entire game comes down to one play. This is what you love to see in football.
And Michael Lister, the free safety, the 6-foot, 191-pound free safety, just saved this game for Madison, forcing Memphis to go for it here on 4th and 6.
Fourth and 6. 4 wide. Nearly sacked. Going up in the air. That one's on the ground. Incomplete. Madison's defense is going to hold on and win the football game.
Heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak for Memphis. They came back in the second half absolutely big. Came in inside the 2-minute warning with a big pass play to their tight end to get this game within a field goal. And unfortunately, after the onside kick recovery, Madison's defense just said, no, this game is ours. We're not allowing another comeback. Not like this.
No, they nearly had it last season against Tacoma. And, well, once again, Madison able to, by the slimmest of margins, avoid a heartbreaking and crushing defeat. Hand off the outside, Trey Fennick. Most likely now just to burn off these timeouts that Memphis has been storing.
Now, something to point out, though, if Memphis's defense can get a stop on Madison here without them getting a first down, Memphis can still win this game. It is absolutely pertinent that Madison converts a first down at some point before the end of this game.
Handoff right up the middle, and Trey Fennick still not getting there. So at the current moment, they'd only have about like 20 seconds, if that, remaining, which would be enough time for off a Hail Mary attempt, maybe 2 if they were lucky.
Yeah, but if you're Madison, you have to think they're gonna try a deep ball here. It looks like they may be kneeling it, though, which is an interesting decision. With the ball on their 43, they're gonna punt it away, I guess. Try to pin Memphis deep, but the last time Memphis was deep in their own territory, OJ Bruin threw an absolute bomb to Caesar Ackerman.
Yeah, very risky play, especially seeing as how I don't think they're being particularly careful with their time. So yeah, Memphis is going to have about 30 seconds to work with here, a little under. Probably going to be about 25 in actuality. And oh, nice little juke move. 23 seconds, and they have 75 yards to go.
Yeah, but realistically, they only need about 50 to get into field goal range. It's up to the Madison defense here, led by Stephen Black and Leon Thunderman, to come up big here and prevent another heartbreaking loss at the tail end of the fourth quarter, like what happened to them last week.
Well, it all comes down to this. They need a deep throw. OJ Bruin going to go short. A little bit of a surprising move. Gets it out of bounds, though. It's clearly one of those plays that you whip out to try and get those little extra yards. You get what you can, and then hopefully set up for a Hail Mary attempt or 2.
Yeah, and the key thing with no timeouts on the side of Memphis, that ball went out of bounds. The clock is stopped.
Yeah, and that's what you need. You need those few yards, and then more importantly, to get the ball out of bounds, because if the ball doesn't go out of bounds, that clock is running. At best case scenario, we have to waste a timeout like they're going to have to right here. Not a good look. They're going to have to spike it. And no, they're going to go for it. Can OJ Bruin, what is he doing? Not going to have enough time.
He spiked it. He spiked it.
Yeah, he spiked it, but like, could have spiked
you
it earlier. Maybe
you gotta spike it sooner than that. Yeah, get that extra play off. It's gonna come down to this. It's deja vu for Madison. Last time against San Jose, they lost on a last-second Hail Mary. Same situation again. We'll see if they can defend it.
Here we go. OJ Bruin's got a lot of time. Throws over the middle. That's going to be caught. Not enough. Madison holds on.
What an absolute brilliant game, though, from both of these teams. Memphis was slow going in the early stages, picked it up in the second half, almost completed the comeback, but Madison's defense, the absolute stars that they are, managed to hold them off and keep this game in hand. Oh my goodness, what a game.
Yeah, it was intense from beginning to end. Madison getting their three of their 4 touchdowns on the first 3 drives of the game for them. The offense on fire the first half, but then just kind of sputtered out in the second. Meanwhile, Memphis is kind of the opposite story. They were consistently right there, but they had to too many times resort to field goals instead of touchdowns. And if even one of those field goals that they kicked was a touchdown, they would have won this game.
Yeah, if any of those drives that ended in 3 when they were on the edge of the end zone, goal line, 1 yard, 2 yard, 3 yards out, this is a completely different ball game. It'd be Madison that's the one trying to complete a last-second comeback, not Memphis.
Yeah, it seems to be.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah, it seemed to be that you remember the end of the first half when they went for the field goal instead of just a simple pass for the end zone. It seems to be that is really kind of what did them in. You know,
yeah,
I don't blame them for the moment, but obviously now hindsight's 2020, and they're down 31-29 at the end of this ball game. But still, for both teams, amazing game.
Absolutely,
hands down one of the best of the season in the SFLm. Trey Fennick wins Player of the Game honors, 31 attempts for 156 yards and a touchdown on top of it. That's going to bring coverage to a conclusion here in Tennessee for the SFLm on YouTube. I'm Jack Brown alongside Aaron Alexander and producer Cameron Irvine. We say so long and have a wonderful Monday evening and have a great rest of your week.